In 1988, a new era came into being. A movement began, started by a group of youths from an area of the world experiencing turmoil that greatly impacted its residents' lives, but that was not being talked about in the mainstream. But NWA's impact would bring what wasn't being seen into homes across America. One of its founding members would go on to co-found Beats by Dre, a fitting backstory for this week's news. I've listened to so many people talk about not being seen. Black girls, Native American boys and girls, Latinos. In the world of fashion, for so many years when color and style and fit were considered, people who looked like me weren't, especially in makeup and in undergarments when we talked about nudes, a reference to skin tone colored product. So many worked to change that. Dapper Dan's, Pat McGrath's, Virgil Abloh's, Ann Lowe. And that's why I think this latest collab from Beats is particularly noteworthy. Beats has teamed up with someone who is no stranger to controversy and the spotlight in their Beats Kim collab. This isn't new product. These are my current favorite multi-purpose earbuds, the Beats Fit Pro. In my daily carry, these replaced my previous favorites, the Power Beats Pro. Now with this collab, the Beats Fit Pro, which were already available in 4 colors, Beats Black, Beats White, Stone Purple, and Sage Gray, well, they're now available in 3 new colors.
Since you're wearing something every day, I wanted them to be able to blend in. And I've never seen any tech products, especially headphones, be in neutral colors.
I can't say that I've actually agreed with things I've heard Kim say on too many occasions, but this one, she's spot on. Matter of fact, I'm surprised no one has ever done this with earbuds before. I Google searched to double check. So, in an industry which has had a history of leaving my skin tone out of mainstream production, Beats and Kim give us 3 new colorways. They are Moon, Dune, and Earth. If this were a Wu-Tang song, they'd be French Vanilla Butter Pecan Chocolate Deluxe, and represent skin tones which cross a pretty broad swath of ethnicities, but particularly my people of darker hues in the Earth option. I'm a man who's gone out of his way to learn and listen, and I've listened to so many of my darker complexion sisters talk about how they didn't see anything for themselves growing up as little girls. They didn't see them at all. So this collab and that earth color really bring joy to my heart at the thought of all the girls, all the boys, all the children who will see these and say, that's me. That's the color I want. Matter of fact, that's the color Beats sent me. How do I look in all my chocolatey goodness? Now, you might be sitting there listening to this thinking, this is really not that big a deal. And I'd say, you're right, not for you. But we often take for granted those conveniences we've lived with all our lives. Take for granted the impact on people's lives who don't have them. And speaking of conveniences, as the previous release went, you get Apple's H1 chip, Class 1 Bluetooth, active noise canceling, spatial audio with dynamic head tracking, and Android compatibility right out the box. But you also get my favorite feature, which is the Secure Fit wingtips, which is why they replaced my previous favorite Power Beats Pro. These are smaller than those and yet maintain that same locked-in feel when I'm working out. And I've tested a lot of earbuds, and I always come back to these after a review period with a competing product. So that's Beats X Kim, or Beats and Kim. Yeah, just some new colors for some of you watching this. No big deal really, and more than just some new colors for others who will ultimately feel seen and served by the options, and for them, yep, this is indeed a big deal. If you're not a fan, just shh. And as my girl Brooke would say, don't yuck my yum. Let us enjoy this. Hey, I'm Tshaka Armstrong for iMore. Don't take it lightly that you've watched this with us. If you have any questions about these or any comments, your feedback, that anything I didn't address in this video, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I'll get to it. Love chatting with you. Catch you on the next video.